Martin Luther King dedicated his life to love and to justice between fellow human beings. He died.
That speech happening 50 years ago today. Those words coming right after Robert Kennedy announced the death of Martin Luther King Jr., who'd been killed in Memphis earlier in the day. And this speech happening right here in Indianapolis.
And this morning we are very grateful that Kennedy's daughter Kerry is joining us live in studio. This really is your life's work, continuing this effort about civil rights and talking about these issues. And you must be so proud of your father's legacy.
Well, you know, I am, and I run Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights, and our mandate is to continue my father's work on social justice. So we work on human rights issues both domestically and all around the world. And we also have a human rights education program which is taught to 1.2 million students across the globe, and including here in Indianapolis.
Kerry, there were riots across the country after the death of Martin Luther King Jr., but not here in Indianapolis because of your father's speech, arguably one of the greatest speeches in American history. What does it mean that even 50 years later, this is still being taught in history classes and shared by political science professors about how moving this speech was?
Well, you know, I think he was really speaking from his soul. There was no filter. He talked about the death of his own brother. He talked about the need for healing in our country. He talked about issues that we're still struggling with today. He said we need to heal the divisions between black and white, young and old, rich and poor. He talked about, you know, he quoted the ancient Greeks, and he said we should seek to tame the savageness of man and make gentle the life of the world. And he talked about his own faith and the need for prayer. So I think that those were values that he articulated, which were shared by Martin Luther King. And I think that he was so empathic, so compassionate about people's feelings, people's anger, and their need for revenge, that it kind of calmed people and made them feel understood.
And also very brave, because if we go back to that night, our Mayor Hudnut met him at the airport, and considering the climate at the city, I understand advised him not to leave the airport and come in.
Yeah, Richard Lugar was
Richard Lugar, that's right.
At the time. But yes, well, and said not only should you not go to that neighborhood, but I will not allow police escort if you choose to go, because I'm not going to put my police in danger in that way. But the rally had been organized by the great civil rights activist John Lewis. John Lewis said that Daddy really should go. He was the only one to say he should go. And my father felt very comfortable in that. In that neighborhood. He had worked in inner city neighborhoods with African American leaders all across our country and local activists.